Hello everyone and welcome to the Journey of Crafting. Today I'm going to be making this cute little agenda. Now I recently saw a video on YouTube and it was another crafter and she had given herself a challenge of doing a $20 planner, and I was like, wow, that's a really good idea. And then I started like putting some stuff away or whatever, and I found these cute little photo albums. They're $1 at the Dollar Tree, or you can sometimes find them in the Target dollar spot. So I was like, wow, that would be really cool to incorporate that with the $20 challenge. So I don't know, it was kind of a combination of what the heck am I going to do with this, photo album, and hey, I recently saw this video. That sounds like a good idea. So I kind of incorporated the two and came up with this. So this is what it starts out like. It's just a traditional photo album. Nothing in it. You know, there's old-time photo albums that have just like the little slips where you put your pictures. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, so it starts out like this. So basically all I did was I took this little piece of paper out and I made a template using the front cover and the back cover. So that template's only good for the covers, just FYI. Then these are traditional standard photo mats, where you can put photo mats rather, and they are 4x6. So then I took 12x12 paper and I used the Midnight Berry by Die Cuts with a View, and I just cut 4x6 pieces out, and I was able to cut 6 pieces for one 12x12 piece of paper. And then let's see, I think I used 8 sheets of paper. So with 8 sheets of paper you can fill every single slot in this particular thing. Photo album, agenda. It's now an agenda, it's no longer a photo album. And then I just took we'll get into that later. Anyway, so you can put your mats here, and I'm going to show you guys what exactly I did. So you see the days of the week, and it's a dry erase. Math? No more math. So I really like that. Just erase it. I wouldn't use your finger per se, but you know, it's possible. Anyway, so there's that. And so, how did I create this with less than $10? Well, technically the challenge was $20. So, this photo album, keep count guys, this was $1. This is the pad that I used to create those weekly pages, and this was also $1. This was $1 at the Target spot, or at the dollar spot in Target rather. And I actually ended up picking up quite a few of these pads. I think I got like 3. Anyway, so I just cut this title off and then cut it straight down the middle. Now I did find that when I was doing them, I can show you guys here. If I can find there it is. Okay, so a couple things. One, this one, if you can see the crinkle, I used a glue stick because it's super thin paper. I was like, yeah, the glue stick will work. It'll make it a stick. Oh, it worked. It worked a little too well, and it made the paper wet. So that was the only one that I did like that. I was like, nope, no more. And so then I went to my handy dandy tape roller. This is the Tombow Mono Permanent Adhesive. I don't know if you guys can see that. Now I already had this in my stash, but if you guys really wanted to, it's like $3 or $4 on Amazon. So yeah, I don't know if that would count towards the budget, because you could really use any adhesive that you have on hand, not wet glue. You could honestly use Scotch tape and tape it around itself and mat each one of these with that. Seriously, this is so simple. So this also was $1 at the Dollar Tree, and all it is a hair band. It's a rubber band that goes around your hair. And that's it. And I got like a pack. Technically it was less than $1 because it was a pack of like 6 or something like that. So yeah, so $1, $1, $1. We're up to $3. Now, these, I just bought these. You don't have to use these, but again, if we want to count this, this was like $5 for 2 packs, I believe. I don't remember. But like I said, you don't have to use these. You could print something out on the internet and just cut it out and put it there. Seriously, it's super, super simple. You don't have to use these. So, and then I used the cardstock that I already had. I did not buy anything special for this particular project. This paper is actually for a different project, but I used 8 sheets of this particular card pack. And I got this card pack for $10 or something, but like I said, I didn't buy it for this particular project. If you wanted to, you could. They have $5 packs, paper stacks at Michael's frequently. I haven't been in a long time, so I'm not sure. But let's get on to how to make this. You cut each card 4 by 6, and that will be your mat. These, you cut the title off and you cut down the middle. You cut just 1/8 of an inch off each side, and that gives you a perfect matting size. Okay. Now I did leave 2 so I could do that with you guys. And really, it is super simple. You take your adhesive and you put it on the card. Lay it down, center it-ish. You're like me, you never get it right, which I rarely get it right, but it is good enough. Then you take your other one, and put that tape on there. These are not double-sided papers, by the way. And you center-ish it. It's centered-ish, so we'll go with it. Then you just put it in your book. And I did use the same paper for both the covers, the front and back covers. I just cut them at a different size. This is actually hot glue from where I glued the band onto the book, but this is actually this one single piece of paper. So I cut the top corner off and then I cut the bottom corner off. And then to the band. The band is super easy. All you have to do is you cut a little tiny hole. Well, don't do it too tiny, otherwise the band won't go through. But you cut a hole, and I've already glued it so you can't really see the hole. But you cut a hole big enough that 2 pieces, like if you fold it in half, both of these pieces will go through the hole. So the first hole that I cut was kind of small, so I had to make it a little bigger. Then you just fold it in half, poke it through, and make sure that you put something here to save the space in the band. Otherwise, you might get it too big, you might get it too small. So I just put a traditional dry erase marker that, again, I got at the Dollar Tree. Love the Dollar Tree. Anyway, so you just put it there, and then I put a little bit of glue right down the middle. You have to be careful not to put too much because you don't want to glue the pen in there. So you just put a little bit of glue right there, and then I put a little bit of glue on either side, right here and right here. Let's see if I can get that angle right. Right there. And then you have to glue these pieces back together because you have to cut them apart in order for it to fit right. Otherwise it might twist. You don't have to cut it apart. So if you don't have a hot glue gun, I wouldn't suggest cutting them apart. But all I did was glued it right back together. I put a super thin layer of glue right there so you're not seeing a whole bunch of glue when you're playing with your agenda or writing it down or whatever. And that was it. Now, something fun I wanted to do with you guys is I wanted to make a paper clip to go into this agenda. So all I did was I took these little pieces that came off of that week pad and I cut and cut and just made like a little circular-ish design around it. That's all I did. And in order to fill up the laminate sheet, because I'm not big on waste, these are Post-it notes actually. And I put 2 of each kind, that way there would be a front and a back. And I can make paper clips out of those a little bit later. So I'm just going to cut these out real quick and I will be right back. And now all I have to do is glue them to the back. So you want to make sure that this is the way that you want to face your paper clip. Whichever way you prefer to paper clip items, make sure that you put it that way. And by the way, don't put it on upside down or you can't really use it for the purpose of a paper clip. So you want to make sure that it's where you want it. If you want it centered, if you want it off-centered, I'm just going to eyeball it and guess basically, because that's a lot of glue. Because yeah, so I typically like the small portion of the paper clip to be facing me when I paper clip items, so I'm going to make sure that that's how that's done. And then you just put this right on top and cover up the glue, press, and you have yourself a decorative paper clip. So there's the back, there's the front, and voila. And while I was cutting, I decided to go ahead and make these. So there you go. Cannot see the glue. Oh, yeah, cute little paper clips. And now you can bookmark the week that you're currently on. And if I can get it open, no problem. This week. There you go. An agenda for less than $10. Cool. $1, $1, $1. It's a good deal if I ever saw one. Thanks guys, and I hope you had fun watching this video. If you did, make sure that you like the video so I will know that I'm doing something right. Yay! And if you guys have any recommendations or specific things that you guys want to see, make sure that you comment in the box down below. And until next time, thanks guys. Bye!